Chinese New Year to all of you, and I just thought I would pop on live just very quickly because I wanted to show you this bread that I just made. And I added something just yesterday. As probably some of you know, I make my own fermented yogurt. Well, it's just normal yogurt really. I just boil some milk and let it come to a certain temperature, quite high temperature actually, to break down the acids and to break down all the particles. And then I add, when it's cooled down, I add a dollop of yogurt and let it settle overnight, and that becomes yogurt basically. So it's fermentation again, dealing again with fermentation. So what I did yesterday, I'm just basically saying this for anyone who is interested or who is not achieving the crumb rise. I know a few people talk about this on our page, that they would prefer to have a better crumb rise. So yesterday I said, why not add a couple of tablespoons of yogurt that I had just made. But store-bought yogurt is absolutely fine, because store-bought yogurt also has life culture in it, so you don't have to make your own. And so with my hydration, I put 700 grams of water with 1 kilo of flours. This is a spelt and white flour and also some whole wheat actually, so 3 flours in there. So I did 700 grams of water, and then I added 2 tablespoons of yogurt. And I really believe that yogurt helps, because it is, my husband is looking at me a little bit strangely.
In bread?
Well, when you think about it, so yogurt is naturally fermented. There is life cultures in it, and it's what it's going to be doing, the life culture, is going to help our sourdough. Sourdough is also naturally fermented, and it also has life culture. Perhaps different microbes, we're talking of completely different microbes, but microbes just the same. And fermentation is all under the same umbrella. So I really believe that having those 2 tablespoons of yogurt actually help. My husband is giving me the funny look behind the phone. But you know, I'm really, really happy with this rice. So I have a lovely ear, and the crumb has risen beautifully. I have not cut it yet because it's still hot. In fact, I'm holding them with my oven gloves. And I also have some lovely bubbles on the crust here. This is basically, you can achieve this by placing a couple of ice cubes in your very hot Dutch oven. So with the dough, you place 2 ice cubes in the Dutch oven. And I'll show you the other one that I have made, because I always make 1 kilo of flour. And I thought, you know, this time I made a little bit of a different design, you know, our Valentine theme and so on. So I wanted to make like a lotus flower, and of course it's nothing like. But still, you know, I'm kind of always experimenting with new designs and so on. And this is, I added quite a bit of poppy seed with my loaf, same spelt, whole wheat and white. And again, I have added, you know, the same 2 tablespoons of yogurt. So if anyone is kind of struggling with getting a better crumb rise, or struggling with getting the right crumb rise that they're looking for, it might be an idea. Just try it out, you know, experiment, and just think about it, that we have yogurt that is full of microbes and full of life culture. So I don't see why it shouldn't work. And in my case, it has worked. So long autolyse, long bulk rise. I did quite a long bulk rise yesterday for about 6 or 7 hours. We have cooler temperatures. And then a long cold ferment. So the cold ferment is when you have finished your dough and you place it in the fridge. But as I said, I really think that the 2 tablespoons of yogurt helps. And my husband is rolling his eyes and thinking I am mad, but I am not. I know that we can always experiment and always work with other fermented products. In the same way, by the way, that you don't always need sourdough to make bread. We can also use yeasted water. This is something I will talk about in my next live or in my following lives. That's for sure. I will talk about yeasted water. So instead of using flour and water, we use water and apple or cranberries or any other dried fruit. But that's for another time. So yeah, if you are looking for a better crumb rise, perhaps adding a dollop of yogurt would help. Have a lovely day and happy Chinese New Year to you all. Bye-bye.